Hi, it's just me dancing along to the intro music. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the sleepover. I'm hosting it for like the first time in forever. This is my sleepover this week, and I'm so excited that you're here. We're getting pumped because it's almost time for April vacation, and I'm like so excited. I totally need a break from school. Like always, kind of. Always need a break from school, and I'm super looking forward to it this time because we've had a lot going on here at the sleepover. So I'm kind of looking forward to just having like a nice, normal break, normal sleepover with friends. Hello, Love.
Hi.
What you got there?
Girl Scout cookie.
Girl Scout cookies?
Girl Scout cookies.
Did you know that Girl Scout cookies are called different things in different places?
Mm-hmm. Like these are caramel delights, but I've definitely had them in the past, and they were called Samoas or something, and I know that they're still called that other places.
Yeah, because there's two different bakeries. So like whichever bakery your Girl Scout troop uses, that's what.
Can I just tell you something off topic but wild?
Yeah.
I was just watching WrestleMania.
Yeah.
With my stepdad. It was wild. Like I don't understand what's going on, but this guy Cesaro just won his first like singles match, and he's been in the WWE for like ever, and it's his first time winning, so it was like a big deal. And my stepdad was like excited about it.
That's really cool. I don't really watch WWE, but I do watch QAW. QAW is awesome.
Hi, QAW is awesome.
Hi. Loaf is actually on QAW every once in a while. Loaf has a secret side to them.
I know. Loaf is like totally awesome on QAW. And there's also these like other wrestlers that I follow called Delia Payne. And well, there's two. There's Cold Hard Cashin and Bold Hard Bashin. It's like a Jekyll Hyde scenario.
They're badass.
But like they're like the three of them are like wicked cool. And I'm like totally rooting for them.
Yeah.
In QAW. And also Loaf too, I guess.
Loaf is good. A lot of people are afraid. Hi, Summer.
Hi, Summer.
What up?
Glad you could make it.
Yeah, I had 3 links sent to me from each of you, and 2 of them, I have to say, I saw some weird stuff.
Which ones? Which ones?
One was like a pickle that was like floating in water, and I don't know what it meant. It was just literally a website of a pickle floating in water.
Oh yeah, pickle floats.
Is that a thing? Okay, it's just like I feel like sometimes I'm not invited to these sleepovers, and those are the kinds of things that reinforce this thought.
No, you were. Lauren sent you those.
We sent you one correct link.
Hi, Summer. Got pickles?
What does pickle in water mean?
Literally nothing.
Like a pickle.
I'm glad you're here. And
We're
now
all glad you're here, Summer. Remember, one of the 3 links that we sent you worked.
correct.
That's true. You know what? I'll
If we didn't
focus
want you
on
here, we
that.
wouldn't have sent you any correct links.
You're right. Okay.
Always
Can I
remember
talk
that.
about Girl Scout cookies?
Yes.
Okay, where did you get them? Because my mom said we're not allowed to buy them from like neighborhood children anymore because she's afraid of COVID.
No, yeah, I get that. We got these off the internet. You can just buy them online.
Internet Girl Scout cookies?
Internet Girl Scout cookies. They exist.
For Internet Girl Scouts.
Go to freaking like girlscouts.com.
Good. Does it still
It's
go
not
to
fake.
girls?
Yeah.
It goes to like Internet Girls. There's like robot Girl Scouts, and they make the cookies.
Yeah.
And like
Keebler Elves.
they're going door to door, but it's like computer to computer. And so they're just like knock knock cookies.
Would you like some cookies, please?
Like AI Girl Scouts?
Yeah, well, like they were mailed to the house, but like like there's a whole like AI element.
Yeah. It's like in that movie where there's a girl, but she's a robot.
Yeah. That
Robot.
movie.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Yep.
And then she like kills a guy at the end.
What?
No, wrong movie.
There was a movie with a boy. It was from like so long ago.
Yes.
Like an old movie. Like, but it wasn't black and white, surprisingly. But he was a boy, but he was a robot, but he was searching for loving parents.
Because his parents adopted him and then had a real baby, and they were like, we don't want this robot baby anymore. It was sad.
Hey, that would ruin a life or two.
And then he lived for thousands of years under the ocean.
Oh, guys, in the 2MB middle school chat, someone has told us at your services, the movie is literally called AI.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a really old film from like the 90s. It was like so long ago.
Film. Ancient.
I thought you were talking about Batman.
Batman?
Yeah, because didn't his parents...
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was the opposite.
His parents died, but he just acted like a robot. He wasn't a robot.
Yeah.
That is the opposite story. Instead of parents who can't have kids,
that you were telling. It's the reverse.
His parents died. Like, they didn't just get a new kid and decide that they didn't want weird robot.
What if Batman had gotten robot parents?
Right?
Oh, man. Would he
He wouldn't have been Batman. He wouldn't have been Batman if he had robot parents, because his parents wouldn't have died by getting shot with a gun in an alleyway. That's Batman's origin story?
Yeah. They got shot like coming out of the opera or something.
But isn't his like assistant a robot?
Alfred?
Yeah,
he's just a nice old man.
And he's like a fatherly figure.
Isn't he a butler? Butler Phil? Butler?
Yeah, but if anyone has comments in the chat.
Butler and robot, like on the Jetsons.
Oh, it's Alfred, and he was not a robot. At your service is like a movie buff.
Thank you.
So this is actually, speaking of stories, that's my friend Emmy from theater camp.
Hi.
Yeah. We went to theater camp together. She has a theater camp. She says she has a degree in film. She went to theater camp for a summer.
Okay.
So she likes to say that she has a degree in film. But
wait, is she like our age or is she like older?
No, she's our age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she went to theater camp for a summer. But it's okay because like she got a film degree. I got like a theater degree at the same camp. So like we're both totally legit.
What are your degrees? Like you don't have to go to like high school now?
When I went to soccer camp, they gave me a plaque at the end of the season. That's like a degree.
You have a soccer degree.
Yeah.
So you don't have to play soccer in high school now?
No, I just got a degree in it.
Is that how easy it is?
That's why
you have to be good at it, though.
Yeah, like you have to be good at it to get the degree.
They're not going to give everyone a degree in it.
No.
I have a degree in low ropes course at camp, but I didn't do the high ropes course. So everyone knows that's the higher degree, literally.
But that's why I get the leads in all the plays and all the musicals, because
that makes sense.
A degree in theater. Yeah, from theater camp. But anyway, I was talking to Emmy about like our sleepover and like all the stuff that's been happening, and she like totally had like a scary story that she sent me, and I haven't read it yet, which is always my fatal flaw. But I'll totally read it. Like I can read it now, or I can like save it for later. But like I will totally read it at some point tonight when we feel like it's spooky.
I just want to point out that in the chat, she is coming for you.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. She says you only get the leads because she chooses to focus on her film career.
Are you sure you're friends?
And that's okay. All right, we're totally friends. We're totally.
Are you sure?
Friends.
I don't know. Are you like friends?
Send me a story as like a cool, nice thing so that I could finally prove that I'm like super scary and don't break down laughing every time I read a story. She sent me a story so that I could prove that I can just be scary and not break down laughing.
Guys, what if she booby trapped the story?
No, she's not going to. It's fine. It's going to be a scary story. What? And laugh.
Does she know though what's been happening every time you tell a story?
I did tell her about that. I told her that like every time I read a story, I like never read it. And then like something ends up happening at the end of it. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's like so weird. Like, let me write you a story. I will write a super scary one and it'll be totally scary and you won't embarrass yourself and break down laughing. Huh. Is what she said.
Okay, but like
Emmy,
nothing.
You're very important. You're very important, Emmy. Like film is totally important.
You're talking in caps lock. Like that's
very important. Emmy, you're very valid. Like film is totally like a wonderful thing to pursue. It's just not for me. But thank you for writing me a story so that I can prove that I'm really scary.
Jess, I just want to say that you're such a talented actress that if you ever wanted to do film, I think you could do it.
I could like make that transition.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can, but some sports people can't. Some sports people are like, hey, I'm going to do this sport. And then they transfer to another sport and they're really bad at it. It could happen that way too.
Oh.
Just saying.
Are you insinuating someone here?
No, I'm just saying, if you're really good at something and then you try to go to something that you think is an equal plane, sometimes you suck at it.
Love, are you okay?
No, I'm dead.
Are you talking about MLav?
What?
I mean, she
I
went to
wasn't
soccer
talking
camp
about
with
Emma.
you.
She passed
Emma,
out.
Emma, can you not die? We've had enough ghosts on our show.
You're right. I won't die for the greater good.
MLav, did you not get a degree when you went to soccer camp with Lauren?
It's fine.
Love.
I got a degree in low ropes course.
And that's cool too. Low ropes are just as good as high ropes.
No, they're not. They're low.
Yeah, but
it requires balance.
But
Barely, if you fall on the ground, you fall 3 inches.
But do you remember Counselor Ricky? Counselor Ricky ran the low ropes course, and he was the coolest counselor in the camp.
He was the coolest counselor in the whole camp.
Yeah, and he really liked MLav, and he thought she was really smart. So, like, it makes sense that she would be at low ropes course all the time. And high ropes course is scary.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like high. It's in the name.
It's high. You have to, like, harness, and then you're like, I trust you, high school counselor, and then climb a tree, and then you could die.
Yeah, you totally could.
You could break all your
What do you have
vertebrae.
degrees in? I feel like Kat has degrees in everything.
She does.
Well, I'm just working really hard, though, for my degree at Columbia. So all the other degrees, I'm not even thinking about. Doesn't matter how many I might accumulate, but I'm really focused on my degree. That it's going to be, I already bought a frame for it.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. What
How do
color
you know
is
what
it?
size it's going to be?
Yeah.
College degrees are really big. So I found online, college degree frame, and it's gold, and it has nice borders on it, and it'll be really easy to clean, and it comes with hooks on the back already, so all I have to do is just nails on the wall, and it'll hook right in.
Kat, can I ask you some questions about Columbia? Because I don't know very much about it.
The university?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's their mascot?
I know that they're in New York.
Don't hesitate. What's their mascot?
Just tell us
Kat, what's their
don't even
mascot?
think about it. What is
Kat.
the mascot of Columbia University?
Kat,
Oh.
what's the mascot?
I focus on their academics.
What's their mascot, Kat?
Yeah. You
Their
can't.
logo has a crown on it.
Okay, but Kat, in order to have a fulfilling college experience, you need to engage in extracurriculars too. Yeah.
Or what if you do a job interview and they ask you what the mascot is?
They're not
gonna
ask.
believe
They're
you
going to be
like
like, go Cats.
yeah, what if they're
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh, I went to
go.
Columbia too. I'm a total Giraffes fan. And you're like, me too. And then they're like, Columbia is not the Giraffes.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
yeah.
they're like,
They're,
hey, show us
They're
the
ma-
Secret Columbia handshake.
Yeah.
You won't know it.
I won't know the secret Columbia handshake until I go to Columbia, but their mascot is a big cat. It's a lion. So I already have my name is their mascot. It's a match made in fate.
Kat, next question.
Okay.
What is Columbia's school colors?
Blue and white.
Oh,
Kat,
who knew that?
I have a question for you about Colombia, the South American country. What is their main export?
I know this.
Coffee beans.
Okay.
It is.
I just wanted to know.
Okay. That was,
Ah.
you tried to trick me.
I
But
have a
just wanted to
question about the USS Columbia, the Army
That
naval
sounds-
ship. The naval
that-
ship, not Army naval. It's not a fusion. It's just the Navy. How
Yep.
many soldiers, naval seamen, can be on board of the USS Columbia?
a gross do you know what number a gross is?
No.
Jess knows.
I do.
I think I know this one too.
Because my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Brissett, taught us this. It's 12 times 12 is 144, which is 1 gross.
Gross.
Also, we've got a few more questions for you, Kat.
Okay. Yep.
Emmy has a question about Columbia, the character from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Please
give us one moment.
submit.
The question is still loading, so just give us one moment while the question loads.
And while we're waiting for that, I have a question about Columbia House Records. What year did they declare bankruptcy? It wasn't that long ago.
2006.
Kat, the question came in from Emmy. Can you recreate her dance routine from the Time Warp?
That was the Columbia question.
Yeah.
I most definitely cannot because I've never seen that movie.
You have to if you want to go to Columbia, though. You have to.
You have to
go to Columbia without having seen the character Columbia.
They won't let you into Columbia unless you know everything about every kind of Columbia.
That's the first question they ask you at immigration in Columbia.
Also, what if the admissions director looks up every single thing you ever did online and she finds this video and she sees that you weren't prepared and you didn't even give it a good old college try?
And then the admissions counselor's all like, I find your lack of Columbia disturbing.
Failed.
Try it, Kat. Here we go. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's just a jump to the left. A little step to the right. Put your hands on your hips and bring your knees in tight. Cause it's a pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. There you go.
I wish we could harmonize on Zoom.
I like how it gives you the instructions for the dance as part of the song. That is helpful.
Tells you exactly what to do. Emmy approves.
Thank you, Emmy. I thank you. I hope that was a sufficient answer to your question that you would let me into Columbia if you were an admissions officer, unlike Lauren, who would be a mean admissions officer to Columbia.
I wouldn't. Kat, if you did that dance, I wouldn't. But if you didn't do the dance, then I'd be like, failed. And then I would kick you out of my office.
Stamp.
But I think we've done some really good work on Kat's Columbia application tonight.
I think so too. Do we have any other questions we didn't get to?
Yeah. 2MB Studios had a question that I don't think we asked.
Oh, what is your favorite film from Columbia Pictures?
So much hesitating.
I also don't watch a lot of films, so maybe if you gave.
What if you were in your interview at Columbia and they were like, what is your favorite film from Columbia Records? And you were like, you got to have these answers ready.
No, that's when you say so I would answer that by saying I choose to spend my extracurricular time on activities to help serve the community or build networking relationships, like with my friends, one of whom is a very famous Broadway actress.
Oh.
Right? And then I talk about how I know famous people that way.
No. Kat, if I were your admissions person, I would say, you're not diverse in your studies at all.
She's so harsh.
But I'm not going to apply for their film program. I'm going to apply for their science program.
Should we do a mock interview for Columbia? Just to prepare Kat.
Yeah.
More questions?
Yeah, I think we should do a mock. If you're comfortable with that.
It'll be good practice. And if I get questions wrong, it's going to be okay because this is just practice and it means that it's opportunity for improvement.
Mm-hmm. It's not real.
Ooh,
all right. Should we all get into character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all 4 admissions officers.
Okay.
I just want to address one thing first, Emmy. There's nothing wrong with film. I just don't have the right creative mindset for it. I'm too science and detail oriented. So I think that your film degree will serve you well. It just would not serve me well.
Diplomatic answer.
I have an idea. Should each of us like ask one question as the admissions counselors, but Jess, can your brother set it up so like we're one-on-one with Kat?
Yeah, Ricky, can you do that?
And then at the end we vote.
Yeah. Like American Idol.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll do it. It'd be like
side by side.
I don't know. Ricky, you're the tech person. Ricky will figure it out. Or America's Next Top Model, yeah.
And to MB Middle School chat, please feel free to ask more Columbia-related questions as they may appear.
For the admissions panel to ask Kat, and we will ask them. So we'll set it up so that Kat, are we rotating? Which of us is asking the questions?
I think it should be like Kat and MLav, and then Kat and Jess, and then Kat and me, and then Kat and Summar, and then everyone but Kat votes, and then we tell her.
Okay, great. So it'll be just Kat up on screen, and then each of us will cycle in. Yeah. Ricky, you can do that.
Just me. Hello, admissions, Columbia University. My name is Kat. I'm very excited to be applying to your university. I think I would be a great candidate for you to admit. Thank you.
Kat, it's lovely that you've decided to come in here to Columbia and interview. I just have one question. You are riding a trolley, and the trail up ahead splits into two. On one side is your mother, your family, everyone you know and love, and on the other side are 8 strangers. Which do you choose to kill?
Myself.
I just want to be clear, the train is still going to kill a group.
Oh,
you just decided to leave it up to chance?
I was trying to be creative with my answer, but I see that you're sticking to the parameters of the question. Thank you for that clarification.
I've already written down suicide as your answer. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Kat. I'm a science person, an admissions officer. Look at my books. Science. How do you do?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited to be here.
You should be nervous. Kat, here is a question relevant to science. You are in an alternate universe and meet yourself, who's also in an alternate universe. And then you're like, whoa, we're both in this alternate universe. And then a third you comes and you're like, whoa, 3 of us in an alternate universe. What secrets do you tell each other?
I would tell myself the secret of how I got there, so that we could compare and contrast the differences between the transportation of our universes to see if the quantum mechanics are aligned enough for us to be able to swap spots between our alternate universes.
That is wrong, Kat, because if you meet yourself in an alternate universe, you have to hide. You can't talk to yourself. Your brain will melt.
I didn't realize there was a wrong answer to the question.
From the old movie Back to the Future. Science. Okay,
Lauren,
bye.
I haven't seen that. I guess Lauren doesn't realize I haven't seen that movie either. Oh,
Catherine, a pleasure. Thank you for your interest in Columbia University. I am the linguistics historian, Columbia. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance on this fine day.
You as well. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
It is a pleasure. A small burden, but a pleasure, for I must know. Many think that the answer to this question is objective, but there actually is a correct answer. Or is there? My question, sweet Catherine, is, who put the bop in the bop, she bop, she bop? You have 30 seconds. I will drink an
Cotton-
entire bottle of water while I wait.
Oh, I want to see that very much.
I'm not on trial here, young lady.
Oh, so I would say, who put the bop shabop is Cotton Eye Joe. Where did he come from and where did he go? I don't know, but that's where the bop doth have bopped.
Young lady, in my, 37.5 years as a professor of linguistics history here at Columbia University, I have never heard a more perfect answer.
Thank you.
Madam, have my vote, but your next interviewer may be a more difficult bridge to cross. Or have a more... Never mind. Goodbye.
For a linguistics professor, I would have thought that they would have known their metaphor or had it prepared ahead of time, but now I'm still worried.
Hello, Kat.
Hello?
If you receive admission to Columbia University, I will be your logic professor. Your logic and philosophy professor. Safe T school. If you answer my question correctly, you will be admitted to Columbia University. If you do not, you will be going to your safety school. Are you prepared?
Yes.
You are trapped in a room. In this room, there are 2 doors which you may use to exit. One of these doors leads to paradise. The other, to eternal torment. These doors are guarded by 2 guards. One guard always tells the truth. One guard always lies. How will you determine which door to which to enter? You have 30 seconds. Go.
I will ask one of the guards the question, what would the other guard say if I asked them, do you tell the truth?
And then?
And then depending on how they answer, I would know which guard would lie and which guard would tell the truth. And then I would know
which guard is lying.
Because if the guard
You have 20 seconds.
Because the guard who I ask, if they answer that the other, oh no, it's that the guard I have to say, what door does the guard say that they're standing in front of?
Thank you so much for applying to Columbia University. We will be back to you with our answer. Goodbye.
Hi. All right. I was the science person. Science.
I was philosophy and logic.
I was ethics.
Linguistics.
I say Cat fails. She failed my question on science.
I also say she fails since she chose to sacrifice herself so she wouldn't have to face the mass murder that she was about to commit.
I loved her answer so much that my hair is down and I have perfect 20/20 vision now. I say she's in.
See, with me, it was much more difficult. She was on the way. All the pieces were there, but she did not get there in the time allotted.
Oh.
This makes it a very difficult question to answer.
Did you give her 30 seconds?
I gave her 30 seconds, and then I'm pretty sure 20 additional seconds on top of the 30, because I did not count.
Tragedy.
I don't know, but here's one question that I have. Can she dance?
Why, that would solve everything.
Should we do the traditional Colombian dance decision making?
Let us do the traditional Columbia University dance.
Oh, we're doing it. She's not doing it? Okay.
She may join us if she wishes,
We
but
should.
we will certainly be doing it. Are we ready? Oh, here she is. All right, you're being given 1 second chance.
A second chance?
A second chance. You must do the following dance. If you do the dance, you may come to Columbia University. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's just a jump to the left. A little step to the right. Put your hands on your hips and bring your knees in tight. But it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. All right. I think she has done it.
Welcome to Columbia.
Yeah.
Welcome to Columbia.
Your language of dance.
You're in. You're in.
Thank you. That was a lot harder of questions than I ever would have expected. The internet did not prepare me for that.
That's why
Yeah.
we're here. That's why
That's
you have
really
friends like us.
It's really important to have good friends that'll help you through these really difficult times in your life.
We're all really good at our characters too.
We are.
Yeah. I was even though distracted because I have 2 blisters on my foot.
Oh no.
I know, but everyone did a really good acting job.
Show us the blisters.
Okay.
Oh.
One's here
Ew.
and one's here. This is the cut for my new sneakers because I was running in them and I didn't break them in yet. And then another cut right here. But these are the blisters and I want to pop them, but I don't think that's...
Don't do it.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
I know they're very distracting to me though.
Put
blisters
your
are?
ankle right up to the screen. I want to see it closer.
Okay. Okay.
Wah!
They're so big.
They're right here. They're
That's a huge blister.
I know. I didn't break in my shoes before I ran in them. That's what happens.
You gotta break in your shoes.
I know. Kat, will you create some kind of shoe like when you're like all scienced up at Columbia to like not give people blisters anymore?
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
They do actually make this like blue gel stuff that comes in squares that you stick on second skin.
I don't want that. I want you
know.
to invent it for me.
You should use moleskin like I use.
What?
Moleskin. That's
No.
what I use.
I want Kat to invent it for me after studying at Columbia, and I just want it to be normal sneakers.
So they exist already and they're called sneakers that fit your feet properly.
No. Not what I want.
Okay. I'll use AI to develop the right, it'll like just like scan a person's foot and it'll 3D print out of cloth. They're starting to do that now. Actually like 3D print cloth things.
Whoa. Cool.
But then, Lauren, you have to promise that if you then have a baby, you don't abandon that shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if I have a baby, I don't abandon the shoe. Oh, right.
Like
'Cause
the robot.
Then they'll live underwater for 1,000 years and be
Right.
sad.
Spoiler.
It's an old movie, Summer.
It's a really old
Not
movie.
like
That's
one,
true.
but it's still really old.
That's true. Sometimes my
Oh, you
mom
know-
watches it and cries.
You know what movie I have seen once? I think The Last Iron Giant, whatever that, it's like, I don't remember much of it. I saw it when I was little and it was a cartoon and there was a gray, iron giant and it was really sad at the end because the giant was a robot and he had to leave. This is a real movie, right? I'm not making
No,
it up.
Kat, it's totally real. But I just wanted to call attention to the middle school chat. Some person has wandered in and apparently is very confused.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
know
This is
why.
this is a lot.
We don't know why. We're
Yeah.
clearly 13-year-olds at a middle school Zoom sleepover. Clearly.
And you know what? We're totally about to read a scary story, so like stick around.
Stick
Yeah.
around. Golden. Stick around.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Bobby.
Oh, it's
Bobby.
Bobby. All right. Well, do you want to read?
I think it's
scary
time.
story? Okay, I think it's time to pop the scary story. So again, just to remind everybody the context behind the story. I was talking to my friend Emmy from theater camp, and
Hi,
I told
Emmy.
her about like all the weird stuff that was happening at the sleepovers, and like all the like creepy doll stuff and all the stories that I was reading, and how like I kept reading all these scary stories, and then like wound up laughing at the end. And so she was like, okay, I'm totally going to hook you up. I'm going to write you a scary story. And it's going to be like wicked, wicked scary. And like everybody's going to be so terrified. And it's going to be really scary the whole time. So you can prove that you are really, really scary.
Great. Bye,
If you're
Bobby.
okay.
Bye,
Yeah.
Bobby. You
Bye,
scaredy
Bobby.
cat. Scaredy
Can't
cat.
handle it. Can't handle
What
it,
have you
Bobby.
know?
Go cry.
Yeah,
Go
we're
cry
gonna
to
be,
your mom.
We'll see
Oh,
you
you
in
can't
science,
handle
Bobby. Sorry.
Okay.
I will say though, if anything supernatural happens tonight, I don't know. I'm gonna I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah, I know, but anyway,
It
but
is,
she said
guys.
it's going to be totally scary the whole time.
I don't think anything scary can happen because my mom told me April 10th is the most safe day of the year.
Yeah. So she said it was going to be really scary the whole time, and to prove that I can be really scary.
Great.
But I haven't read it yet, but I trust her. So here we go. Spooky. Spooky voice. Okay. Here we go. The story's called Penelope.
Penelope, okay.
Penelope hated to be left home alone. Most girls her age would be ecstatic to be left home alone, as it would allow them ample opportunities for some harmless mischief. Whether trying on the fancy dresses in the back of the closet, sneaking a sip from the hidden bottle of whiskey, or even inviting over a boy. The possibilities were endless. However, Penelope wasn't like most girls her age. She hated to be home alone. She hated how this house was suddenly full of dark corners that she never seemed to notice around her family. She hated how the silence was so deafening that she couldn't think straight. And she hated how even though the silence was so loud that it drowned out her every thought, she was grateful for the distraction from the overwhelming panic she felt every second that she was home alone. The only thing that Penelope hated more than being left home alone was dolls. She hated their glassy eyes and perfect hair and mouths that didn't move and smiles that never faltered. She hated how no matter where she was, they always seemed to be staring right at her. Smiling. Always smiling. Penelope would never admit it, but the real reason she hated being home alone was because it meant being alone with the dolls. You would think that being afraid of dolls is just a silly, childish fear. You would think that it would be easy enough to simply avoid being in a room with the dolls. You would think. Penelope sighed and forced herself to get out of bed to start the day. The minute her feet hit the floor, she knew something was wrong. She couldn't explain how she knew something was wrong, or what was wrong. But as Penelope felt a cold chill move through her entire body, she knew something was emphatically, terribly wrong. Mom? The words sounded so tiny and shrill. Penelope didn't recognize her own voice. Her feet felt like cement blocks as she moved towards her bedroom door. Her hand shook so violently that she had to hold her wrist steady with her other hand to successfully turn the doorknob and pull open the door. She was not prepared for the sight in front of her. A moment ago, her feet had felt as heavy as cement blocks. Now, her feet felt as though they had been nailed to the floor. Beads of sweat ran down her face and into her eyes, but she couldn't lift a hand to wipe them away. Terror had her completely paralyzed. Her
Come on, Jess.
her bowels. Her bowels. Her bowels felt as though they would burst.
She never reads it first.
Okay, let me try it again. Her bowels felt as though they would burst, like the first bite into a Gusher's fruit snack. This scream that she longed to release was stuck in her throat. The bodies of her mother, father, and baby brother were sprawled on the hallway floor. Blood was spattered everywhere. The walls looked like a monochromatic Pollock painting. There was more blood on the floor than there was visible floor. Why is this what I'm learning?
Why is that funny?
It's not.
I don't know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Scary. Okay. There was more blood on the floor than there was visible floor. Penelope couldn't read the expressions on her family's faces. She would never know if they were caught by surprise and died quickly, or whether they died slowly and in agony. She prayed to whatever god might be listening that they were killed while they were sleeping, and never knew what their fate was to be. But Penelope would never know, because her family's heads were all missing. The scream that was stuck in Penelope's throat escaped finally, but all that came out was a strangled gasp. Her legs turned from cement to jello, and she crumbled to the floor. That's when Penelope saw the doll staring at her. With inhuman speed, it reached out its hand and enveloped Penelope's tiny body in its cold porcelain fist. The doll raised her up to its eye level, so Penelope could see her own terrified expression reflected in the doll's glassy, lifeless eyes. She knew this was the same expression her family must have had on their faces as they died, and she finally opened her mouth to scream. As the doll smiled its eternal smile, it slowly raised its other hand and reached out its thumb and forefinger as though it was about to pluck a petal off a rose. Just before the doll began to tug on Penelope's head, she noticed two more dolls watching. Then a booming voice flooded her ears, sounding both impossibly deep and girlish at the same time. See? She's breaking my toys again. Her mouth doesn't move, Penelope thought to herself crazily. How can I hear what she's saying if her mouth doesn't move? As Penelope's head was ripped from her body in a searing burst of agony, the last thing she heard was a second booming voice, louder and deeper than the first one. Don't worry, my darling. We'll get you some new toys. The end.
Oh my gosh! She thought she had toys, but she was their toys. What?
They all got murdered.
So fun.
So many twists and turns.
So twisted.
That would make a really good scary film.
That was like I was like shocked at each moment. I think that's why I started laughing, because I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And then the whole bowels thing.
I have to say, my only criticism is the bowels line did stand out.
Yeah, we laughed at
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you told me that this was going to prove that I was really scary.
I like the bowels line. I thought it was
I was going to show everybody how scary I was. And
I thought she was going to get turned into a doll. I did not see it coming that she was a doll the whole time.
I know. Oh man. It's crazy. I like the bowels line. Keep it. Also, guys, this was so scary that I don't think anything like this is gonna happen to us. This is like
No.
Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
Not normal spookies that happen to us.
Yeah.
I mean, Jess's doll only sent her to another dimension, right?
To heck.
Guys, once more, my dad and mom say that it doesn't exist. So it was just someplace. Just saying.
Okay. I was there.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, like it was
Maybe-
unpleasant.
Maybe it sends you to wherever you fear. And then if you fear heck, then you'd go to heck.
That makes sense. I like that.
But Summer, maybe you would go to a sleepover where you weren't really invited.
Oh, God.
But you're invited to this, so it's not here.
You say that and then you laugh, which makes me think that's not true.
You're the literal devil.
Right thing. It's great.
What does pickle and water mean? What does pickle and water mean?
It doesn't mean anything, Summer.
Pickle
It
should
was
be
just
in
a joke.
wine. Are you saying that a pickle in water means it's not where it's supposed to be?
Pickle and water.
How do pickles grow?
They're cucumbers.
No, pickles are pickles.
They used to be cucumbers.
They're growing in the ground as cucumbers, and then they're picked, which makes them pickles.
Make them pickles.
Yes.
So what are cucumbers?
They don't exist.
What? They do. They're pickles soaked in like vinegar and like
Fine.
Ew.
brine. Yeah.
You can pickle many other things besides cucumbers, but colloquially people say, oh, a pickle is just a cucumber, but you could like pickle radishes, or you could pickle something sweet. It would just taste really, really, really bad.
Oh no, abolish the sentence says you put a pickle seed in a glass of salt water, but Beowulf Wellington says I'm right.
What? Beowulf?
Beowulf Wellington says I'm right.
Yo.
Beowulf.
Well, but like my mom pickled a carrot once,
You
Yeah?
what? No, but a pickle's a pickle.
but Kat said you could pickle lots of things.
Yeah, because you can use pickle as like basically an adjective or an action that you're doing to something. Whereas like pickle just as a noun is like a cucumber that has been pickled.
I don't know, Kat. Where's your degree in pickling?
That's true. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kat.
Yeah.
It would be a degree in food science if I had one.
Well, you should take a food science course at Columbia, at which you were accepted this very evening.
Yes.
Do they
There's actually some really fun journals of food science that one can read. I read an article once about the different properties of cheese and how it makes them melt differently. So you can mix them in different ways with mozzarella to get different characteristics of your visual appearance.
That brings up an important question. How do you make cheese?
Yeah.
You start with milk,
Okay.
at least for
Made in France. I think they have cheese.
Yeah, you start
farms
with France.
Cheese farms? Like it grows?
in
So, like,
France.
Like you grow a pickle?
Yeah.
Do I put a cheese seed in salt water?
No, it grows. It grows in bushes in France. I'm pretty sure because they have so many like wineries there.
The Bowie says that Kat is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, does Bowie have a degree in food science from Columbia University? I don't think so. Booth Wellington.
Tell us, Booth. Do you have a degree in food
Booth.
science?
I do think Buf was in home ec last year. So
Oh yeah, both
Which is
you
basically
remember good at
home ec?
cheese.
That's basically food science.
Yeah.
I mean, beef Wellington is a type of food.
yeah.
There you have
They
it.
do. They said they have a degree.
From Columbia.
Columbia?
Oh,
You
he
need-
already
what
got
was-
it.
They say you
What
plant
was your GPA? Oh, Colombia.
Oh, from
not
Colombia.
Colombia,
Like in Bogota.
Mhm.
like
Bogota.
Colombia yogurt.
Or Columbia
No, that's
Square?
Chobani yogurt.
Is there Clembo yogurt?
Colombo.
Colombo and Chobani mixed together created Colombo yogurt.
Is it?
I only went to Dan and
like a
State.
TV show in like 100 years ago.
100.
Yeah.
What TV show?
Columbo, wasn't that
Yeah.
a TV show like 100 years ago?
Yeah, he was a detective or something.
Yeah,
No,
in like the olden days.
I don't think it existed. I think you guys just are misremembering.
Yeah.
No, I think my dad used to watch it.
I wasn't alive 100 years ago.
None of us were. Well, maybe we were in like our
Yeah.
past lives.
Who's like scrunching paper near their mic?
Unless it's this creepy doll scrunching bones.
No, it's not. It's April 10th.
Yeah.
It's April 10th. Nothing creepy can happen.
Nothing creepy.
I'm not doing anything though. Is somebody else doing anything?
No.
I think it was MLab's mic. We're good, guys. Nothing creepy is happening tonight.
Are
No.
you being like
Emmy
a
says
bad?
it's Penelope. I don't know where I'm pointing. Emmy says it's Penelope.
Emmy,
Um,
stop. I know you don't understand the severity of what might happen, but just don't say that, okay?
Yeah, one of her friends is already an orb right now. And I was an orb, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah,
No.
oh yeah,
And I
Shiyan
mean-
never fully recovered.
And Kat was
And
too.
like Loaf was an orb, and like we've definitely had people turn into dolls as well.
Yeah.
Like MLab turned into Mr. Popper, and I mean,
and like
Orb.
Yof Wellington might be orb now.
Oh no. Yuff.
Emmy, what we're saying is spooky things happen. One
yeah,
of
I
our
didn't
friends
fill
is
you
a
in on that.
vampire, but now might be possessed by an orb. Some of us turned into stuffed animals. Some of us were also orbs. Ghosts have visited and made out with someone.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
out
you
with
know
a
what? You know
ghost.
what? At least I have made out with someone. Okay? And maybe it was a 2,000-year-old ghost, and maybe that ghost ghosted me after. But it's okay because I have Kyle now. And I'm pretty sure that like my elementary school boyfriend is still into me. So like I have options. Okay.
Jess, how's it going with Kyle?
It's like going really great. We are auditioning for JD and Veronica in the middle school production of Heathers.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm stage
So-
managing for that.
yeah. So I'm pretty excited. We've been practicing singing 17 like every day.
Whoa.
And we're
well,
like,
I can tell someone's getting ready to practicing stage managing too, because you were like on MLab's microphone troubles, and that's important for a stage manager to make sure that you can hear everyone well.
I study every actor's breathing patterns so that when someone's mic is on too hot and I can hear their breathing, I know who it is just by their breath.
yeah,
Whoa.
Summer's like really good. Summer's like the best tech director I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna manage the poop out of that stage.
Yeah. She's gonna manage
The poop.
She's gonna corral the bowels.
the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna make those actors stay until it's break time, even if their bowels are gonna burst like a gusher.
Oh yeah. Jess, are they cutting all the sex out of the show or
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Mrs. Burke and like see what she says about that. Cause like it's probably not great.
It could be the juniors version.
yeah.
You know, like when we did
Pretty sure
Honk
they're doing like
Junior.
Heathers Junior. I think they're doing Heathers Junior. So instead
phew.
of like having sex, it's like
It's high fives.
It's high fives. It's high fives.
Everyone's high fiving.
Yes. Did you say Mrs. Burke was directing it? Isn't
Yeah.
she the mean librarian? She's also going to be the theater director? Whoa.
This year, yeah.
Oh no, she's so mean. She's gonna break you.
No, she's totally not gonna break me.
She
Not this
she
year.
almost broke us when she broke into our sleepover.
She's not gonna break me. She's not gonna break me this time. I'm gonna be like Jane Seymour in Six the musical, and I'm gonna have a heart of stone.
Nice.
You can't break me.
Yeah.
But not like totally a heart of stone because I'm still gonna be like emotional and like connected with my scenes. But you know,
Well, hopefully a doll won't try to pull your head off before the opening night.
No. Because that would mean that Jess is a doll. And if she's a doll, then we're all dolls. And we're not all dolls because we all are here and thinking and talking.
Yeah.
Fair.
but what if? But okay, but but Penelope didn't know that she was a doll.
It's April 10th. Nothing creepy can happen.
She didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
What if we?
It's like that movie that my dad loves to watch, The Matrix. And it's always going on about like, are we in the Matrix or are we not? Is the Matrix real?
Like,
blah, blah, blah.
Are we human or are we
dolls? Is it better to know or just to continue living our lives?
Is it better to have loved and lost or never loved at all?
It's an amazing, deep question.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I want to know what love is.
We ask so many like tough, full-hearted questions. And that's what like all like the groups and classes at 2MB Middle School do.
Uh-huh.
They totally do. There's like so many different things you can experience at 2MB Middle School. And also at their affiliate 3 week tech courses.
Yeah. You also could support our middle school so we don't end up crumbling and getting
public education.
Yeah, via the Patreon.
Join the Patreon so we don't have to get evacuated from our building to get the windows repaired or something.
Yeah. Maybe there will be some like sleepover rewards or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and support gun control so we don't have to worry about school shootings anymore. What,
That
too
was
real?
Too real, Summar. That's really real.
It's really real.
I mean, growing up is hard, but supporting 2MB Middle School doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
you can even get their merch too, like clothes or other things.
Yeah.
I have a sleepover t-shirt. I'm not wearing it now, but I do have one.
Yeah, I have a sleepover pillow.
Yeah.
It's in the other room.
And you can get things for like other shows that are on 2MB, like QAW.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just say thank you to Emmy for like providing a spooky tale for us?
Thank you, Emmy. Even though you lied to me and you told me that you were going to make it like a super scary story the whole time so that I didn't burst out laughing and could prove how scary I was. Even though I ended up laughing because you put something in there to totally throw me off. Thank you for writing the story. It was very appreciated. And like most of it was like really, really scary. And I was like super surprised the whole time. So thank you.
I'm going to think about you every time I eat a gusher.
Gushers bursting like bowels.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to eat a gusher again. Gross. This is all you've ever wanted. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it's all you've ever wanted.
Aww.
Whenever you make it, you know what? When you make the film version of this, I will totally appear in it.
And we'll watch.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's 11 o'clock and Kat's mom is totally going to come yell at her soon. I've already gotten Kat in trouble enough times on this show. I suppose that maybe like for 1 week, I'll let her off the hook and not get her in trouble with her mom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you for coming to the sleepover, everybody. We're so glad that you're here. Oh my gosh, Bobby's throwing pebbles at Emmy's window.
Oh my god, Bobby and Emmy are in love. They're gonna kiss.
Bobby's not good enough for you, Emmy. Bobby's not good enough for you. He's not good enough for you. Just like whatever. He's not good enough for you. Anyway, thanks for coming to the sleepover. We'll be back in 2 weeks for more sleepover time and more fun.
Until then, hide all your dolls in a closet or they're going to pull your heads off.
Hide your dolls. Hide your wife. Because do it. Bye.